Hi everyone, welcome to Battlestar Galactica, and today we're taking a look at a action figure 2-pack with a very interesting backstory to it. Now, way back in 2005, Majestic Studios teamed up with a retailer called Time and Space Toys and issued this amazing 2-pack that featured Captain Apollo and Lieutenant Starbuck from the episode Experiment in Terra. Now, there are two editions of this 2-pack. The very first one came out at San Diego Comic-Con in 2005, and it includes a certificate signed by Richard Hatch, and that was limited to just 500 figure sets. The second edition came out a few years later and also includes a signed certificate by Dirk Benedict, and that is called the Dual Signature Edition and is quite rare. Now, basically, all Majestic Studios did was take their regular edition Captain Apollo and Lieutenant Starbuck and issue them all in white, just like what we saw on that episode, as well as the two-parter War of the Gods. And they did a really nice job turning these costumes into a stark white that you see right here. Anyone who works in the textile industry will tell you that white is one of the more difficult colors to produce. You think it would be easy, but it actually isn't, and Majestic Studios really got this one right. Now, what's interesting about this figure set is that it's based on an episode that Richard Hatch would have rather forgotten, and I'm really surprised that Majestic Studios chose that episode over War of the Gods. And the backstory is that Dirk Benedict as Lieutenant Starbuck was the star of Battlestar Galactica. It wasn't planned that way, but he turned out to be the breakout star. Richard Hatch, as a professional young actor, was not happy with this. He really believed he was going to be the big star in Battlestar Galactica, but he started noticing that more and more episodes were becoming Starbuck-centric, meaning that they were being written for Lieutenant Starbuck. So one day, Richard decided to confront Glenn Larson over the issue, and the next thing you know, he was handed this script called Experiment in Terra. What Richard did not know was that Glenn Larson simply changed the name Starbuck, who was the star of the episode, to that of Apollo. And that is why that particular episode feels so strange, because Captain Apollo simply does not act very Apollo-ish. He acts more like Starbuck. Richard Hatch was not proud of his behavior nor of that episode, and I believe years later, he finally apologized to Dirk Benedict, who in true Starbuck fashion just kind of laughed it off. So imagine being Richard Hatch, one of the nicest people in Hollywood, having to sign 500 certificates reminding him of that embarrassing incident back in 1979. I guarantee you it wasn't easy for him. As for scarcity in values for this 2-pack, it's not hard to find if you're willing to spend the money. The Richard Hatch edition will cost you around $500 to $600 in unused condition, but expect to pay double that for the dual signature Dirk Benedict as well as Richard Hatch edition. So that is the story of a very interesting piece of Battlestar Galactica memorabilia with a equally interesting backstory. Please let me know in the comments below if you have this set in your collection. Please subscribe to the channel. Please recommend it to your fellow Battlestar Galactica friends. I will see you in the next episode. Have a great Galactica day, everyone.